Okay, so let me just try a simple song. Give thanks with
I think that was say I'm strong. Okay. just stand up then. Yeah, you can start asking questions. Just one more. Yes, just one more. So which one are you playing? What's your names? As you want, you can be free, just be free. You have to just sit. Even if you understand, you're free. Okay, please let's clap for Pastor Emma Pyano. I don't want to allow him to play because if I allow him, you've not seen anything yet. Just wait. Okay. While you were talking, we had the likes of Felix. Felix, just say hi to the house. Anything you want to say, just something. You can sit down and say it. Because I think I noticed a lot of us, we're just stiff. We're just stiff. We're not free. My boss, Emma Pyano, is also your boss. He does not bite. He won't bite any of you. So be free. Be free. Welcome. You're welcome. Okay, we also have Mr. Gosson coming. Mr. Gosson is a musicologist, my senior, a saxophonist. Just developed the passion to start playing piano. He's a very good saxophonist. I've known him for a while. One time, Mr. Music, please just stand up and say hi to. Welcome. It's an honor for you to come, Mr. Gosson. And we have Pastor Inyobong, another great pianist. Just stand up and say hi to the house. Welcome. Welcome. Happy weekend. We have this man, a pianist, an artist. I think you have to draw Pastor Emma Pyano after today. Please just stand up and say hi. Welcome. Idaribo, okay. Welcome. We know you're a great man. Okay, please, like I said, just be free. Be free. if you know where you're sitting is not convenient, you can stand up. You can stand. You can even squat anyhow. Okay, let's go. This is my favorite. Let's start with I don't know, Papo Debe. Papo Debe, are you still with us? Do you have any question you want to ask? Okay. Let's start with David is busy. Let's start with Inebo. Let's go like this. Yes. Inebo. Do you have anything?
What comes into your mind when you are playing, and that gives you that creativity in your play?
Okay, while playing, I'm not thinking of which technique do I use. I don't think of all that. I just try to just have fun. That's all I'm all about. Like, I can do lots of things. That's the problem. I won't be able to play that way. I'll just keep playing different things. I don't know how I played the first time.
I don't know. What is the left hand side? It's like the left hand side is doing more work than the right hand side for the rhythm to actually come out.
Okay, for. Okay.
I mean, while you're playing, I observe the left hand side is doing powerful or secret work than the right hand side. Can you just? So I think you should explain to us what is really. Yeah. Because
Okay, basically to change your the way you sound, I think it starts with what you listen to. So if you listen to things that like most guys listen to people that play, and that's why they play that only. That's all they can play. It's not bad, but if that's all you can do, there's trouble. So you have to listen to people that do other things too. For example, I like listening to guys that play more of solo piano. That's my kind of. Hey! So if you listen to that kind of people that play that kind of stuff, that's where you naturally want to go. For example, I have listened to this guy for so long, Oscar Peterson, and he does more of stride piano. So that's why most times when I play, I like to add some strides to my listening. Try to sound something like this. And I do. Give me a song. I think I've played that again and again. Yeah, another song. So I tried to cover up here. So that sound is already here. So this kind of chord, if you play that for your first chord, it was that's 2, 3, 5, and 7. So that you play this. So that will alter that sound. So you can start. So that would, you're used to. But me, I'll do. Think of chromatism. That's, for example, I can start from that. So think of no, I'm just trying to play from my. That's why. No, I am thinking of basically. Okay, I think like this. I'm more of a harmonic pianist. You know, we have different kinds of pianists, so you have to decide which area you want to go to. So, but I won't advise you to. I won't encourage you to really stretch on this for now, since you're still into band playing. Most of you will still have to play in church. Will still have to, that's the problem with that. You have to play in church. You have to play with the band. You have to play with the bass guitarist. So you will struggle if you want to do all this in the band. So, like for example. There's that difference. Now, so the first one was just la ti do. That's 6, 7, 1, and then the second one. So I could have done. Notice that difference. I'm playing sharp 4 here and flat 5 here. So it has some sense of dissonance.
like us who just you know started developing interest in playing piano and all those things. So we just jumped into it, and
No, it's not jumping. You've already been in the music thing now, so it's
Understand where it's coming from? You used to play sax, a melody
a melody instrument and coming to okay.
so now getting into piano. Yes, I know the introduction to hear and play actually helped me to know some chords.
Okay.
Yeah, Poki introduced me to hear and play. So I just got to know
Nothing
to play.
is a waste.
Yeah, I
Trust me,
just got
nothing
to
is a
know
waste.
those chords. So and I played them. But now another thing is I know that what there is this difference between knowing it and applying it. So most times you just know these things. I know minor scale, natural minor, melodic minor,
I don't think of all those when I play.
All
But when I
this-
play, you find all those elements coming up.
So, helping
I don't
someone
think
is
of.
simple. How do-
Okay,
what-
so
what
first
advice
off,
do you-
like I always say, first, music starts from. You have to train your 3 parts. Right now, I'm sure you've trained your ear for single notes. That means single notes will not be a struggle for you. You just hear if someone does a long line, maybe a lick like. That's down steps. Like if someone does all those. Or let me take a very simple song. Okay. I don't know what I did, but I think that would not be a struggle for you. You could easily hear all those. I'm coming to that. So you can easily pick that up. So the next one you have to also work on hearing clusters. Like when I played, I did not play my own. Like I did not do all that because I will not really flow because I can't play by myself and I will not enjoy it. So I decided to just take it slowly. So that difference now. So I'm not playing. I'm playing from that 6. That 6. Now to get 5. Flat 5. 4.
most of the scales you do play are not those three. Is it that you cram them? Like
No, that's what I'm trying to tell you now. Like you're working. You're trying to work based on Okay, now watch this. Music starts with working your 3 parts. Okay, so the first part to work on is the mind. You have to work on your mind. You have to train your mind. So as big as your mind is, that's how much you can play. You can't play more than how far your mind can stretch to. Like I'm playing all these things because my mind has stretched to that point. So I could have done. How can you put that into that song? So as far as your mind can stretch to that, how much you can play, that's the limit of how much you can do. You can't do beyond that, no matter how much you try. Like you are still thinking of scales. Because you are just coming from melody, that's why you're thinking of scales. Okay? So you have to think of music. How do I make music better? Like one of the things that really helped me was when I watched this thing by Oscar Peterson and he talked about different pianists and how they sound and how they play. You know, that really changed my approach because I now broke songs down to 4 parts. So every song has the root, bass line. So when I'm playing now, for example, that's the number one. That's 2, then 5, then 1, then 4, 7, 3, 6. Okay, so I can decide why don't I change that. I don't like that sound. I don't like that. I want to change it. I want to play something else. So I now decide 6 instead of 2. So the same chord. Then I'm supposed to go to 5. So now use that's more like dominant 7th. But I decide to use this diminished sound, so it still gives me the same feel. So it still gives me that same diminished feel. So what I'm trying to tell you now is, so the first one I'm thinking of the roots. So I've stretched my mind in terms of roots. So I can decide to play. I can play the same song over 50 different ways, just changing only the roots. Okay. I can also play the same song, changing only the harmony. That means my mind has also stretched harmonically. I can also play the same song, playing just melodies. Understand? So I can, of course, you're not going to cram all that. Now, do you cram that when you do that?
Okay, that's what I'm asking now. How do you just play it without cram? Like you just put your
Okay,
hand
you okay. That means you are still in the cramming phase.
Yeah, that's
Oh. Okay, so this is how it works. Do you play jazz? No. Okay, that's why now. That means you can't create music on the spot. So you have to stretch your mind to that extent where you have lots of things loaded into your mind and you can just bring it out without thinking. I don't even understand the point now.
okay, that means I need to know
No,
jazz.
it's your mind that has to stretch. Not. I'm not calling jazz. I'm saying your mind has to stretch to that point where you can think of the root and be able to change the root on the spot. That means you have done it again and again in your private. So, like now I can still do. Look like it's one I used to play. Okay, that's a different one. Lots of different things to add there. So, but it all starts from my mind. How big is how wide, how much have I stretched my mind? So I have stretched my mind harmonically. I have stretched my mind melodically. I have stretched my mind with the root, and then last one, the rhythm. Like the way I used to play before. It's not like I've stopped. I still play that way once in a while. I still have that rhythmic thing going on for me, so I can decide to do. So that means I have also, to an extent, stretched my mind rhythmically too. So you have to stretch your mind in these 4 directions. And also like I said, for me, music is all about 7 things. That's me. I don't know anything else more than this. Music is just 7 things. Stretch your body parts. Which part of you place your instrument? Your fingers. You have to stretch them. Stretch your fingers. Then next one, now stretch your mind. How big is your mind? How much information have you stored into your mind so that you could just pull them out when you need them? Then next one, your ear. You have to stretch your ear to be able to hear harmonies and be able to hear melodies, be able to hear the root, know which one is it, which one am I changing. Okay, so you have to then, before you now come to the different parts of songs, which are basically for me 4 parts. So the root, the rhythm, that root is the bass line. So like the autumn leaf starts from the 2 before it moves to the 5. Okay, so which other options do I have? Because that's the only way to be able to play different things, like the way I play. I don't even understand. So if you can't stretch your mind to that point where you can know that, okay, the root, how do I stretch my mind? Okay, let me just take a very simple song. Give me a song. So I don't look as if I'm coming with my own songs.
Give your song now. Song like your comfort. Yeah. Which one? Which one is that one? What? Can you play it on C? Do you mind playing?
So
No,
now
I
I'm
think
coming.
if you
I'm
play
coming. So
C-
notice now. So the song could be. Then two. So I have these stretches. Understand now?
That's invasion. That's called one. It's still called one invasion. Like 135 do mi so.
Yeah.
But it's playing
This is
invasion
called open
from
voicing.
within from
Major
so.
chord open voicing. So I could have played. Now change the sound. I can do. Sorry. Okay, so I start from you are one. Like I've done you are one. Like I've seen you are. This is the difference now. So while you are still thinking of you are one, I'm thinking you are. I can do you are. That's okay. So that's just
But
Now,
just
I
give
have-
us that lick now, please. Just that particular.
before the 4, I can use 5, 1, and then 4. Okay, so instead of that, I can use another shortcut. I have lots of shortcuts I can use to different things. So now,
So even
Next one, go to
shortcut the piano itself.
of course now. So from the 1 is going to 4. Okay, so I can do.
So just give us that. Just give us that lick. Just a particular lick. Just that particular one. Or just spell out that particular one for us, please. Just that one. Just that one.
Okay, so it just starts. I just see. So the trick is this.
No, boss, that lick. That
I'm
lick.
I think I like to explain it better now so that I can
Okay,
use it
okay.
different ways.
Okay.
Or that's all you know. You don't know how to use it any other way. Or do I do that? Okay,
Give
let me
us-
just leave it that
give
way.
us first.
Okay, let's just give the lick at once.
Give us the lick.
Okay, so the lick is simple.
Yeah.
So from this, so you. Okay, so I know that. Okay, let me not even talk about that. So I now move to D major 7th complete, as in the second now. Just the major 7th of the second. Just like I can do. So that same relationship from the major as in when I'm playing the 4, the major of the 4, I can move to. I don't know if you get that trick now. So like if I'm here, so I just brought that relative feel, then that's just the trick. So okay, so I just played. So that's call that pentatonic.
Yes. Like you're playing.
Same thing I can still do. Okay.
Yes.
Well, yeah. Same thing I can still do.
Okay. So
Okay, that's
we
same
can
thing
always
now.
do
So
a relative minor to go
back
to
to
the
the-
major.
that's the trick now. So it's just for you to
Relative minor. octave minor, we play the pentatonic scale over, then we go back to a major.
Do you understand that now? So that comes from opening your mind harmonically.
Yes, if you're playing on C,
He does not still understand. You see that's the problem now.
he's a melody person. He needs to take harmony. That's why I'm taking time.
So okay, the harmony now.
Yes,
see now.
harmony. So
Basically, what I just
Like if you're on fa now, okay, you can easily move to
A flat.
A flat fa. So from C fa to A flat fa because the major the minor of C is C minor is E. Okay, E flat. Sorry. Okay, so I can because we can do. So the same thing I can also do. So it's just for you to know when to put that in. You understand now? Hopefully, at least some people understand.
Okay. But I hope you understand what I'm trying to do. I want, since we are all in the same level, I think I will be able to explain better.
Okay.
At least, so
no, it's fine.
okay.
It's
So
fine.
every song has a melody. All we mean by melody is when you're playing. Let's say that you are worthy. That you are worthy is a melody now. What you're playing. And when it's not accompanied, now most times what your left hand will be doing in almost every song is your harmony, right? So it can be your chord 1, chord 4, chord 5, or it could be your minor chord 2, chord 3, chord 6. We've known to that level, right? Now, most songs will always be on the major 1, 4, 5. On very few occasions that it will go to the 6. Now, on very few occasions. Now, what Abba said is, he said the first thing he said is, if you were following what me I'm following, he said you should understand what 3 parts. Did we get that part? 3-part harmony, and that's what soprano, alto, and tenor. We now know what 3-part harmony is now. So if your melody is playing so do, what will your alto be singing? That's where you start from. By the time you know what your alto and your tenor is doing, I think you know your 3-part harmony. But as a pianist, if you know your inversion, automatically you know your current inversion, like what your 1 is playing. If you have your 1, your do, you play your 3, 5, 1, right? Inversion. And if it's like Ray 2, we can play what 5, 7, 2, right? So if you know this inversion is the correct one, it will be easier for you. Now, since he's the boss, that's why he's the boss. He has studied over time. Because I know you've done theory, you've been saying a lot of things that. So he said, the next thing he said you should be able to know most of these techniques. Use them. Improvisation. That's out. Before he said you can decide to play this way, you can decide to play this way. You will not know what to play if you don't know what to play. So that thing he said is been listening to Oscar Peterson, right? So you listen to what you want to sound like. You listen to other music. I'm trying to put all of us now. You listen to music and you try to. I think we can do transcription now. Like what you're doing now, we can get back and we try to mimic what you're playing.
Yeah, of course, that's what I do.
Yes, that's what I'm going to do personally. I will get back. That's what I'm recording. Get back and I will try to see why was it playing this way. From there, I get
that question always has to come up, yes, because
why?
If you don't know why, that's why to explain that. That's why I don't refuse to give the lick. I have to explain why that thing came up.
No, personally, I get the lick first. It's just
before you get the lick
I get it first. I will understand why later. and it works for me.
Someone can play. That's a big one.
Okay, we'll get everything today. Everything. Let's go to the next question.
How do I learn jazz music?
Jazz is one of the simplest things to learn. It's more like everything has a doorway. Everything has, so just for you to know where's the door. How do I get into the house? For example, now to learn gospel, you start with these basic things. Now for us, this is how we started. To you are worthy to be. So I used to play. You are worthy to be praised, my Redeemer. You are worthy They now moved up to You Are Worthy. You are worthy to be praised. So we now moved up to the next one. You are now instead of starting from one, we now try to start from the six. You are worthy to be praised. Then Kebon now came up with the tritone thing, which you really popularized for the gospel pianist. So you are worthy to be praised. You are worthy to be praised. Okay, so that's tritone. Yes. What they using now only I know. Now only he's not the one that invented it. It was always there in jazz, but he brought it. He really made it popular. Yeah. Okay, this other Jamal Hartwell. No, this guy was playing it since before Jamal Hartwell started talking about it. No. People, he not just like a mod did not do a class on it, but he was using it lots of it. Like what Mastercraft used in that. What's the album again? Name of the album? No More Drama. I always recommend if you want to learn tritones, you have to score all the songs in the album. If you want to be a master of tritone. No. That's Sammy Poso now. That's this one. Hero is Tim Godfrey. No More Drama. That's Sammy Poso. If you really want to master tritones, you have to look for the whole album and listen to all the songs and score them. Because when I now listen to Kevin Bond, I saw that he picked all those things from Kevin Bond, almost all of them, everything he did in that song, including this song. So you have to get all those kind of songs and listen to them and try to score them. Okay, so that's that's what to change your play so they can add, and that's just first because tritone has about 3 principles. Okay, according to my own personal studies. Okay, so just 3. So you can also have. That's another one. And the last one you can now use. So all those are different things. Okay, so jazz has an entrance. So you must know the entrance, where does jazz come from. Jazz you must master to the highest level. You have to play gospel to the highest level before you get into jazz. Because it's still the same thing, just that the approach will just be slightly different. That's just all. For example, so you are that's very, very simple stuff. I just did chromatically. I was just going on. Same thing. I'm just playing do mi here and doing just simple triad now. Re so ti. When I won't play like that anyway. But that's just to help you. For example, this is how jazz pianists play. Open voicings. They don't use closed voicings like gospel pianists. That's the difference now. So while you are using closed voicings, you can use this. Jazz guy was going to use.
Please play one song for us, Twinkle Twinkle.
Since I saw this woman, I don't know if you know this woman, Jiminy. Is it Jimmy? I think Jiminy on YouTube. Since I saw her song, I don't feel like playing that song again. She played like 8 different ways. Yo, on piano. She's a jazz pianist from China. She's really crazy. Yeah, that's her name. J.I. Yeah. So I always recommend. I listen to such people. I have lots of I think I have almost all her clips, almost all. So I take time to listen to others too. That's the trick now. So you have to listen to others to change your own mindset, because you can't just start playing like yourself. You have to listen to other people play. I listen to Ken Gaskin. I listen to I listen to all those guys. Eh? Kessie Conley. Not necessarily. I don't hate any of them. They're all cool, but there are people that you just like. These people that are very creative. Yeah, I think I prefer Conor Gaskin and this other guy K. Something his name starts from K. This no. This young guy that has an afro. He plays organ too a lot. No, he's a younger guy. He's just no K. I think K. I'm not with my device. I would have. All those names that I don't know those names. I recommend. You have to, if there's one, can I say online? Is YouTube social media? Can we call that? Can we call that? What do we call YouTube? What's YouTube? Okay, so I recommend if you are active on any social media platform, you should be on very, very active on YouTube. I am very active on YouTube. You may not really find me on Facebook being active that much, but on YouTube I am following all the guys. I think I have I personally used to download all the videos, like or anyone I find. Eddie Brown, that was my first guy I ever saw online. I really like that guy. I still have all his videos online. I still have all of them. All of them. Then I now moved to Conor Gaskin. I have almost all his videos. Any one he puts online, I have it. Even the ones you won't find, I have them. Then there's this guy that Kevin Powell? Yeah. That guy that plays with him, what's his name? No, not his brother. I mean, there's this guy that does piano videos with him. Yeah. What's his other name? Something Gibson. Something Gibson? What's the first name? No, he's a very good guy. I listen to that guy a lot too. I listen to him. There's this particular video he has where he played this simple song on 6/8. Oh God, I listen to that thing almost every day. I listen to it almost every day because the guy, I just love that particular video. I think I can play it. I think I have it on my phone. Let me just play it quickly so that you can see how my day starts. I start my day that way. I listen to him and okay, that's fine. Okay, but these are songs that I listen to. It's on YouTube. Just look for it on. Yeah, look for these. Follow these guys and listen to them. Yeah, follow them. That's what I do. So I recommend if you want to start jazz starts with knowing the songs. You can't play jazz with worship songs. You can't play jazz with you're thinking of you are worthy to be. Somebody said I want to do we are worthy to be praised jazz. It will not work now. So you can't do you are worthy to be, you are worthy. It's fine, but you won't be able to get the real thing. No. Even if you do it on a special day, you won't be able to get the real thing if you don't study the real music. That's where the trick is. Because, for example, for you to play for the way I play my songs, you'd notice I combine lots of different. I have a combination of different guys I listen to. I've listened to Chick Corea. I've listened to Jazz Pianist now. I've listened to Chick Corea. I've listened to Oscar Peterson. I have lots and lots and lots of their albums. I don't mean just one single song. For example, these Autumn Leaves, I think I have about 20 different types of autumn leaves alone. I have almost all the songs you can think of. I have at least 7 of each song. I don't know if you get the point now. Because in jazz they do standard tunes, and standard tunes is the same song, but how did Oscar Peterson play his own? The same song, how did Errol Garner play his own? It's the same song, how did Chick Corea play his own? These are all guys that are all late now. Okay, so how did they play? What's their approach? That will help you to channel your mind and now get you to what I've been talking about since, expanding your mind so that you can think like, okay, I want to think like Oscar Peterson now. How do I start? What do I play? How does he sound? I never get the point now. So that's what will really help change your artistry.
So please play the Tingle Tinkle Little.
Hey!
That's his favorite song. So please just play
Oh
for him.
God.
That's his favorite song.
I don't know what to play. As in, that woman has messed up my mind.
Okay, so you play that later.
Okay, better.
It's another question. Please, you play that later. This is for me.
Okay, do you have a question?
He wanted to ask the same question. This is what I asked.
Maybe if you want to ask you to so that I can, maybe I did not answer it well with him, I can answer it as a pianist now. You play piano, right?
I guess you want to ask a question.
Oh, okay, sir. Oh my God.
Sorry, the mic was on.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
My question, sorry, please. I know music is universal, and we all come from different places. Fine, I understand. Jazz belongs somewhere, blues belongs somewhere. And my question is simple, because I'm always about cultural relevance. Like, what is your advice and take to musicians, not just pianists, in the aspect of cultural relevance? Because someone plays music and you're like, hey, he's from Brazil. Someone plays music, oh, he's a Chinese. The other one is Indian and African. You understand? Whatever you do, music is universal. We all have to spread our wings, but at the same time, I think there is a kind of natural obligation for every musician, every creator. My opinion, though, you can to bring in that culture you were born into whatever you are doing. You understand? So my question is, what is your approach, or what are you advising any kind of musician, irrespective of what you love or the audience or the demographic you want to appeal to maintain, to bring in that cultural relevance into the music, into the art you are creating?
Okay. Well, like I said earlier, we all have what appeals to us. That's number one. So, like I also said earlier, you have to decide where your life is going to. Like I said, so my life, I have decided that I want to be more of a solo piano player. That's my own decision. Like I've decided, like I want to be more of a solo piano player. That means I want to play by myself. I don't want anybody. I don't want any drummer. I don't want any bass guitarist. I don't want any lead guitarist. I want to just play by myself and enjoy myself by myself. Okay, that's my own personal decision for myself. Okay, that's why I came up with this moniker, Emma Pyano. Okay, that's how I came up with that name, because I just thought that name will help me to, so that people know I'm not Emma Organ. I'm not Emma. Yeah, it's the truth. You have to understand that too. I'm not Emma Organ. I'm not Emma Niger. I'm not Emma keys, which would mean I play the keyboard.
Piano, like when you say piano, did you notice if he came earlier, I gave him electronic piano, that impo voice kind of sound. He was like, he's not going to play that. And it was serious. And so he has been playing just piano and piano.
Yeah.
And that's what
So if you notice, I have this focus on what I do. I don't do everything. I cannot do everything. Okay? So when it comes to the band station, I always try to take the second seat. I don't project myself like I'm not really a band guy.
Okay.
As a simple truth. Okay, I'm not really a band guy.
But you play band.
I play with the band, of course. That's why I said I take second seat. Okay. That means I allow whoever is there, okay, yeah, come forward. I don't mind. Okay. Because that's my own personal decision. But I believe any music that you must do, you have to do it well. Okay? So, like, what I do, if I want to play the Niger thing, I have people I also listen to for Niger.
Yes.
Because that's not my thing.
Yes.
I can't, because I'm in my piano. I'm in my piano. I'm not going to play someone's song. Let's say when I'm playing Niger, and I'm not like playing. It's not going to work now. I have to allow the guys. Is that what they play in the Niger thing? No. That will not work now. So I will have to change the voice, maybe organ or carina, any of those things. Okay. So for me, my own personal take is, since most of you are still into the band thing, don't copy the solo thing. Leave the solo thing until later when you have enough money. You've decided that this is where you want your life to go to. You want to be known as someone that plays solo piano. That's fine. like sometimes I can do I can do this song. I can do awesome. Okay, so I can tend to tilt towards the cultural thing a little bit, or I can do. It's not heavy enough, but I can try. That kind of stuff. So I can do some of those things, and it's still fine. It still has that cultural feel. Like when Oscar Peterson came to Nigeria and he did a song called Nigerian Marketplace. I don't know if you heard that song. I know most of you don't know the song. Yeah, it's not a popular song, but there's a song like that called Nigerian Marketplace, and he tried to have the African feel to his song. So I also have that approach too sometimes, not every time, but basically I believe whatever kind of music you want to do, just play it like that. Don't do copyright of that. Like try to play it like that. That's my belief.
Please just clap for Malcolm as leaves the stage. Thank you very much, sir. So you're still around, right? You still play it.
Okay, I'm still around.
You still around. You play it. Please clap and encourage. I appreciate my boss, Pastor Emma Pyano, for coming around. So I want to say that we, on behalf of Friday with My Piano, we appreciate your coming and we appreciate your friend, your guest. So you're welcome. Thank you for coming around. Yes, thank you for coming around. We really appreciate you. You've graced our event. Okay. Okay. So we still respect it. Once a soldier is what? Always a soldier. Okay. I think at the end, towards the ending part, we'll have to call in people to sit down. Just you say your name and you play. I had to wait for this. So I told them they will have to come, introduce themselves and play. That's why they came late. Yeah. So they were like, if our boss is playing, what are we going to play? You're actually going to play for your boss to hear. Okay. The issue of during the question and answer part interview, you must have missed that. My boss said something about not being in competition with anybody, following anybody, having his life, and our guest, Papa Oteme, asked the same question and he still stressed on that part. Now, I looked up myself after a while. I finished music department and I had to tell myself the truth. I can remember I met my boss in my piano in my year 2 and he asked the same question. I'm like, but you're doing music now. I'm like, I am this kind of person that I love knowledge, and we were so plenty in the group. Like we had people that we were up to 35. We had to reduce the number because of inactivity, not because they were bad, but the purpose of the group was being defeated. I was looking at, we have someone that wants to play like you, but he's stuck. Not because, maybe because someone like sorry, let me use you, Mr. Ekbo, is now into drawing. We can know for sure that the piano life is going to suffer somehow, because if you have a life, now our guest is a bad auto tenor saxophonist. So I think he had to drop it. That's why I invited him over to ask some question, and somehow we're going to learn from that, and he's going to share some of his mistakes and some of his ways. I don't want to say you should drop playing musical instruments to go and do what he's doing. That's why I brought my boss, Emma Pyano, to play. So I wanted something that we can bring a craftsmanship, someone that is good like him, and someone that is monetized. You may get. I'm going to introduce him more better. So, why and what? As a matter of fact, he's starting a studio in Uyo. He just relocated to Uyo last month, so I've been able to host him. And I was asking him, why do studio when you know he's not going to give you the money you're making right now, and he's going to share that with us? That money is coming in from somewhere else, same in the music industry, but he's not playing any instrument at the moment, apart from producing music. Okay, before he comes on stage, I think we'll do a little interview, ask some questions. I'm going to call Papa Mfaniso Deme on stage. And before that, you're going to sit there. But when it comes to music, I said personally, after craftsmanship, money is the next thing that comes to my mind. I'm just trying to be honest. So I present to you Papa Deme. He's going to come sit down here, so we record him. Before that, I'll stop.